What does it mean when a woman of noble lineage chooses a love story that challenges every expectation of her aristocratic birth? On a balmy Roman evening, July 24, 2021, Lady Kitty Spencer, Princess Diana's dazzling niece, glided through the frescoed halls of Villa Aldobrandini in a gown so exquisitely detailed it seemed to step out of a Renaissance painting. She wasn't just marrying a man that day, she was making a statement. At 30 years old, Kitty pledged herself to Michael Lewis, a 62-year-old fashion tycoon with a fortune rumored to reach £80 million. But the whispers were louder than the wedding bells. Was this a love designed in the heart or crafted by circumstance? Long before her lavish Italian wedding, Kitty's romantic life had already stirred intrigue across continents. Linked to men far older than herself, her lovers included society figures whose wealth and status mirrored her own, but whose ages did not. Was Lady Kitty drawn to maturity or simply navigating the emotional echoes of a childhood marked by parental separation and distance? Her relationship with Lewis, who has children nearly her age, seemed to confirm a pattern that fascinated tabloids and unsettled traditionalists. How many rules can a Spencer break before society calls it rebellion? But perhaps the real question isn't about age or money, it's about desire. What drives a modern noblewoman to defy centuries of marital precedent? Is Kitty Spencer rewriting the script of aristocratic love, or is she herself a character in a larger story? One that asks whether a title can ever shield a heart from longing. One thing is certain, beneath the layers of silk and spectacle lies a woman unafraid to choose for herself, no matter the cost. To understand Lady Kitty Spencer's approach to love, one must first understand the woman herself. Lady Kitty Spencer, born into British aristocracy as Princess Diana's niece, spent her early years far from England's noble estates after her parents moved the family to Cape Town, South Africa, to escape royal scrutiny. There, she enjoyed a grounded, ordinary childhood despite her lineage, instilled with values like financial responsibility and simplicity. However, her parents' divorce fractured the family across continents, with her father returning to England and her remaining in South Africa. This experience of physical and emotional distance likely played a formative role in shaping her views on love, commitment, and meaningful relationships. As Kitty matured into adulthood, a pattern began to emerge in her romantic choices, one that would eventually draw intense media scrutiny. Before Michael Lewis entered her life, some sources link her to Niccolò Baratieri di San Pietro, an Italian property developer approximately 20 years her senior. While details of this relationship remain scarce, Kitty has always maintained fierce privacy around her personal life. The age difference established what critics would later characterize as a troubling trend. But those who know Kitty paint a different picture. In a 2019 interview with Harper's Bazaar, conducted just months before she went public with Michael Lewis, she spoke warmly about her relationship history. "I've been really lucky," she confided, "that I've only dated straightforward guys." She described maintaining genuine friendships with her former partners, noting that whenever anything exciting happens in my life, or sad, the serious boyfriends I've had will be the first to get in touch and the first to be supportive. This perspective reveals something essential about Kitty Spencer's character. She values emotional maturity, stability, and authentic connection over superficial attributes. In her own words, she looked for men who offered a lovely family that I can spend Sundays with, suggesting that her romantic choices have always been guided by a vision of domestic happiness rather than public perception or conventional expectations. Michael Lewis is not the caricature of an aging billionaire seeking a trophy wife that some tabloids have portrayed. Born in South Africa in 1959, he comes from entrepreneurial stock. His grandfather, Meyer Lewis, founded a furniture retail chain in the 1930s that would become the foundation of the family's fortune. His father, Stanley Lewis, leveraged this success to acquire a controlling stake in the Foschini Group in the 1980s, and Michael himself has served as chairman since 2015, overseeing a fashion empire that includes British chains Whistles and Phase 8. Beyond business acumen, Lewis is known for his philanthropic commitments. His family donated £3 million to the University of Oxford to establish a professor of Israel studies, and he has maintained strong ties to causes he believes in. He was previously married to Leola Lewis for decades, with whom he shares 3 adult sons who attended his wedding to Kitty. The couple reportedly met in 2018 through mutual friends involved in charity work championed by Member of Parliament Liam Fox. Their relationship remained private until May 2019, when they were spotted leaving a New York hotel together. By December 2019, Lewis had proposed with a breathtaking £300,000 rose-cut diamond ring. According to reports, Kitty was even considering converting to Judaism, having been seen attending synagogue with Lewis, though the details of her spiritual journey have remained characteristically private. When the wedding finally took place, after being postponed due to the COVID-19 pandemic, it was a spectacle worthy of its aristocratic pedigree. Over 3 days of celebrations, Kitty wore 5 custom Dolce & Gabbana gowns, each more stunning than the last. The main ceremony gown, a Victorian-inspired creation featuring intricate lace, dramatic shoulders, and a cascading veil, channeled the dress her mother wore when she married the then Viscount Althorp decades earlier. Celebrity guests included Pixie Lott, Idris Elba's wife Sabrina, and Made in Chelsea's Mark Francis Vandelli, though notably absent were her royal cousins, Princes William and Harry, despite Kitty having attended both their weddings. Perhaps most discussed was the absence of Earl Spencer himself, who, due to a reported shoulder injury, was unable to walk his eldest daughter down the aisle. Instead, Kitty was escorted by her brother Lewis, Viscount Althorp, and her half-brother Samuel Aitken, turning what some characterized as a slight into a touching display of sibling solidarity. The 32-year age gap between Kitty and Michael has inevitably attracted attention. He is, after all, older than her father. Critics have pointed to research suggesting that couples with significant age differences face higher divorce rates and may experience declining satisfaction over time. The Spencer family's own troubled marital history, from Princess Diana's famously difficult marriage to King Charles to Earl Spencer's multiple failed unions, adds weight to concerns about whether Kitty can break the family pattern. Yet such statistical analysis fails to account for the human element. Kitty has been remarkably articulate about what she seeks in life. "I just look forward to a really happy home life, a happy marriage and happy children," she told Town & Country magazine. "And I feel very at peace that things play out the way they should. This isn't the language of naivety or someone swept away by wealth and glamour. It's the measured reflection of a woman who knows her own mind." Moreover, Kitty has consistently demonstrated independence and achievement beyond her aristocratic birth. She serves as a brand ambassador for both Bulgari and Dolce & Gabbana, and has walked runways during Milan Fashion Week. She supports multiple charities, including Centrepoint, which her late Aunt Diana championed, and serves as a trustee and patron for the military charity Give Us Time. This is not a woman seeking financial security, it's someone who has built her own successful career while maintaining strong values around service and philanthropy. Perhaps the most telling aspect of Kitty's marriage is what has happened since the Roman wedding. In April 2023, she and Michael welcomed a daughter, Athena, whose birth they kept private until March 2024, nearly a year later. When Kitty finally shared the news on Mother's Day, she wrote simply, "It's the joy of my life to be your mummy, little one." The couple maintains an exceptionally low profile, with Michael rarely appearing on Kitty's Instagram. They reside in Marylebone, London, living quietly despite their wealth and status. Recent glimpses into their life show intimate family moments, Christmas celebrations in Cape Town, a dinner where Athena looked adorable in a pink striped playsuit, simple joys that bear no relation to the tabloid narratives about red flags and doomed marriages. In an era of performative relationships and social media romance, Kitty Spencer has chosen something radically different: genuine privacy, protected boundaries, and a commitment to defining love on her own terms. As she told Town & Country, "I feel less vulnerable when I don't discuss things like my love life. I just think, really, what's that got to do with anyone else? It shouldn't make a difference to anyone's day." This stance reveals profound wisdom. For Kitty, love is sacred, the most important thing in the world, as she puts it, and therefore deserving of protection from public opinion and speculation. She has watched her family members endure the crushing weight of public scrutiny in their relationships. She has seen firsthand how media intrusion can poison even the strongest bonds. And she has chosen a different path. Yes, her marriage challenges conventional expectations. Yes, the age difference raises eyebrows. But who among us can truly judge what makes two people happy? Michael Lewis offers Kitty something she clearly values: emotional stability, shared values around philanthropy and family, and a partner who respects her need for privacy. In return, she brings youth, elegance, intelligence, and a warmth that friends consistently describe. The measure of Lady Kitty Spencer's love life should not be found in statistics about age gap relationships or speculation about family dynamics. It should be found in the quiet moments she treasures, in the daughter she adores, in the charitable work she continues, in the career she's built, and in the peaceful domestic happiness she has always said she sought. By that measure, regardless of what critics may say, Lady Kitty Spencer appears to have found exactly what she was looking for: a love worth protecting, a family worth cherishing, and a life lived authentically on her own terms.